If you've ever worked in a restaurant, you know that it's not just about serving food. It's about navigating a whirlwind of emotions, stress, and sometimes heartbreak. From the rush of a Friday night service to trying to find peace and quiet, the restaurant environment can be both exhilarating and overwhelming. In this video, we'll explore the emotional challenges that many restaurant workers face daily. Long hours demanding customers and the pressure to perform can lead to moments of vulnerability that often go unseen. It's not uncommon for staff to find themselves in the walk-in freezer, not just to grab ingredients, but to take a moment to breathe and let out their frustrations. So whether you're a seasoned server, a chef, or someone who's just curious about the behind-the-scenes life of a restaurant, stick around. You might find that the stories we share resonate with your own experiences, reminding us all that we're not alone in this chaotic yet rewarding world of food and service. People think working in a restaurant is exciting, fast-paced, vibrant, full of sizzling food and quirky coworkers. They imagine we're always laughing in the back, sneaking fries from the line, and bonding like a big, happy family. And yes, sometimes it's like that. But most of the time, it's not even close. I started working in restaurants because I needed money. I stayed because in the middle of the chaos, I found rhythm, purpose, and unexpected friendships. But I'd be lying if I said it wasn't one of the hardest things I've ever done. The hours are long, the expectations are high, the pace is relentless. Most shifts start well before the customers arrive. I clock in early to get my section set up, roll silverware, refill condiments, stock cups, clean menus, and check if we're out of anything. Sometimes the soda machine is already leaking, or the walk-in freezer needs to be reorganized because someone shoved boxes in backwards again. You handle what you can and push forward. Then the doors open and the real work begins. Customers start filing in, and before you know it, your section fills. Your mind flips into high gear. You're remembering table numbers, drink orders, food mods, timing for appetizers, and allergies someone mentioned offhand while you were halfway through taking another order. You're dodging the bar back, weaving past food runners, and praying the kitchen doesn't go down in the middle of your rush. You barely have time to think. You just go. You're on autopilot, but you're hyper aware of every detail. A customer makes a face, you spot it. Someone looks like they're about to flag you down, you're already on your way. Someone wants their steak medium well, but not pink at all. You write it just the right way so the cook doesn't curse your name. During dinner rush, the pace is intense. You're in a constant loop: greet, order, deliver, bus, reset. It's a race where you're never quite caught up, but you keep moving. You smile even when your feet throb. And you check on table 9 even though your last interaction with them ended in a passive-aggressive complaint about cold fries. There's little time to process anything. If a customer yells at you, you absorb it and move on. If something spills, you clean it and smile. If a dish comes back wrong, you apologize even though it wasn't your mistake. We carry so much and just keep going. I work doubles pretty often, sometimes 6 days a week. That means 12 to 14 hours in the building, barely sitting down. My feet swell inside my shoes and my back aches from balancing trays. I've walked out of shifts drenched in sweat, hair matted to my neck, feeling like I've run a marathon. Some days I'll be so tired I forget where I parked or whether I ate lunch. You don't get long breaks. Sometimes the best you can manage is 5 minutes leaning against the dish pit wall, chewing cold fries from the expo window. Other times, when things get overwhelming, there's only one place to go: the walk-in freezer. Cold, quiet, and far from the noise of the kitchen, it's the one place no one questions your presence. You walk in, shut the heavy door, and breathe. The air is sharp, but it helps you focus. I've had full breakdowns in there. I've wiped away tears with sleeves and whispered, "I'm okay," to shelves of frozen fries. One night during a packed Friday dinner rush, I completely lost track of a six-tops order and realized I'd never even rung it in. Panic set in. I could feel my chest tighten. I told a coworker to cover for me for a minute, and I went to the freezer. I stood there freezing, heart racing, and let it all out. I cried, breathed, collected myself, then walked back out, apologized to the table, and got things fixed. It wasn't perfect, but I handled it. That 5 minutes saved my night. We all use the freezer, sometimes just to breathe, sometimes to hide. You'll walk in and find someone sitting on a milk crate, staring into space. No one says a word. We respect the silence. It's where we feel what we're not allowed to feel in the open: frustration, grief, exhaustion. But it's also where we find our footing again. Of course, it's not all breakdowns. There are good moments too. There are nights when the shift flows perfectly, the tips are generous, and the guests are kind. I remember one Saturday when everything just clicked. Our team was synced like clockwork. We were laughing between tables, cracking jokes, helping each other run food. A couple left $100 tip on a $50 tab, saying it was the best service they'd ever had. That kind of appreciation stays with you. Then there are those little human moments that make it worth it. An elderly couple comes in every week and always sits in my section. They hold hands and order the same thing every time. I know their drink orders by heart. They remember my name. It feels like a real connection, like I'm part of their routine in a way that matters. Or the single dad who brings his daughter in once a month and lets her order dessert first. Her face lights up every time. One night she gave me a drawing of the restaurant with all of us behind the counter. I still have it. But there are tough customers too. Some are just rude. Others are impossible to please. I've had people snap their fingers at me like I'm invisible, then leave no tip after I bent over backward to fix their every complaint. One woman returned her drink 3 times because it didn't taste right. It was water. One guy yelled because his burger didn't come with pickles, even though the menu didn't say it would. You develop thick skin. You learn to let it slide. But it still hurts, especially when you're already stretched thin. What helps is the people I work with. We become like a second family. When someone's in the weeds, we help without being asked. When the dish pit gets slammed, we all chip in. I've had coworkers step in and run my food, refill my drinks, even take over my tables when I was on the edge. And I've done the same for them. We know each other's stress signals. We know when someone needs a hug or a minute alone, or just someone to say, "You got this." We celebrate small wins, a smooth shift, a kind guest, a funny moment that cuts through the stress. One night, a kid asked if our food came from dragons because it was so good it must be magical. The kitchen laughed about that all night. Another time, someone proposed at table 3. We helped to stage it, brought out champagne, and the whole dining room cheered when she said yes. Those are the moments you carry. Our managers matter too. I've worked places where management made everything worse. No support, no empathy, just pressure. But I'm lucky now. My current manager actually checks in on us. They ask how we're doing, not just what we're doing. They rotate breaks, listen when we're overwhelmed, and encourage us to speak up if something's wrong. That kind of leadership changes the whole atmosphere. Team bonding helps too. We have after-shift hangouts, potlucks, even the occasional karaoke night. Those moments outside of work strengthen the bond we have inside. It becomes more than just a job. It's a network of people who've seen you at your best and your worst and stick around anyway. Still, there are nights I wonder why I do it. Nights I get home with aching feet, dirty clothes, and just enough energy to collapse onto the couch. But then I think about the people, the co-workers who became friends, the guests who became regulars, the small victories that make the hard days bearable. I think about how I've grown. This job has taught me resilience. It's taught me patience, humility, quick thinking, and how to stay calm in absolute chaos. I've learned how to read people, how to solve problems under pressure, and how to support others while still getting my own job done. I've learned that it's okay to struggle, that it's okay to need help, and that asking for it doesn't make you weak. I've learned that taking care of your mental health isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. We need more open conversations in this industry. We need to normalize needing breaks, needing support, needing time to reset. The freezer shouldn't be the only place where we feel safe letting our guard down. This job isn't for everyone. It tests your patience, your endurance, and your spirit. But it also teaches you resilience. It teaches you compassion. It teaches you that success isn't always about big promotions or six-figure salaries. Sometimes it's making it through a 12-hour shift with your head held high. So yes, working in a restaurant is hard. It's exhausting, chaotic, and often underappreciated. But it's also full of heart. It's full of people who show up for each other. It's full of grit and laughter and humanity. And despite everything, I'm proud to be part of it. This is my story. This is our story. It's not always pretty, but it's real. And that matters more than most people will ever know. Throughout the video, we emphasize the vital role that community and teamwork play in alleviating stress and creating a positive work atmosphere. Friendships formed in the kitchen can provide a sense of belonging and understanding, making even the toughest shifts more bearable. Additionally, we discussed how management can contribute to a supportive environment by encouraging communication and recognizing the hard work of their staff. Now we want to hear from you. Your experiences and insights are invaluable, and sharing them can help others feel less alone in their struggles. We encourage you to engage with us by liking this video, subscribing to our channel for more content, and sharing your own stories in the comments below. Whether it's a funny anecdote or a serious reflection, your voice matters in this community. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the realities of restaurant life. Together, we can foster a culture of support and understanding, ensuring that everyone in the industry feels valued and heard. Let's continue the conversation and uplift one another as we navigate the challenges and joys of working in restaurants.